When it comes to sci-fi, it seems a bit weird that intelligence on alien life is kept among government organizations. Home Office gets to observe new species and we're all at home watching some old guy talk about polar bears because biology really hasn't done anything interesting since we stepped out of the primordial ooze. I mean, think back to school. You do chemistry, you learn about explosions. You do physics, you learn about lasers. You do biology, you learn about leaves. I mean, admit it. No one in the history of the world has ever gone, "Oh, please, do tell me more about this riveting thesis on algae mushrooms." But moving on to something a little more energetic, Metroid Fusion, from the series that pretty much advocated destroying wildlife. So you start the game by escorting two scientists across a remote planet with all of a sudden, alien ambush. Forgive me for not sounding too excited, but this quote-unquote deadly alien looks more like someone spilled coffee on the original design and just took the stain as the final product. After not being able to kill it, the flying sneeze makes its way inside the heroine Samus, and as is logical, the only thing we should do is wait, go back to the ship? Why would you do that? I don't want to make any bold statements, but I think if something penetrated me, I would be a little bit concerned. So after Samus almost crashes into an asteroid, the biologists now think that maybe the unidentified floating jelly probably wasn't safe to bring on board. Gee, and you have to go to university for this kind of qualification. After some research, it's found that the airborne mucus is actually called X. Hang on, it's just called X? Naming something X means absolutely nothing! Bloody hell, the Powerpuff Girls were made with X! Samus has to have her suit surgically removed, but even then a large portion is still completely fused to her skin. Which doesn't make any sense at all, seeing how whenever you die, Samus's clothes completely burst off her body. Can I just say that this kind of sexualization is completely unacceptable? You're supposed to beat the game in under 3 hours to see Samus in a bikini. This is just demeaning. So the scientists send away the infected parts to a space station, and without even taking a breath to pause, we are sent to the same space station to investigate an explosion. Coincidence, I'm sure. So Samus visits the space station and receives orders from her computer. Now, I have no problems with naming inanimate objects after someone or something you love, but she named her computer Adam Malkovich. Is it really wise to base your PC on the male mind? I mean, just take a look at the things he gets up to with the encoding. This is supposed to be a recharge station, but the text seems to display some kind of shaft with 2 balls, and the text below it looks like some kind of weird hole. My computer has never displayed those kinds of things. Well, not since I cancelled my subscription. Adam also tells you to investigate the quarantine bay where, surprise, surprise, her infected suit was being stored. So after confirming the fact that no one in the galactic fucking Federation knows what they're doing, Adam tells you that the X can change their shape as freely as an American supermodel and breed faster than a hillbilly at a family reunion. So why, may I ask, do I spend the entirety of this game on the space station? My first task was eliminating the X before they get into the breeding ground and replicate the dangerous specimens. After beating the boss, Adam tells me that the X are in the breeding environment and replicating the dangerous specimens. What is the point in risking my life when there is no one on board and the X are slowly destroying the entire satellite? What's more, my next mission is to fix the atmospheric stabilizers in said breeding environment, but what is this trying to prove? Everything that was breeding is now dead and has been replaced by the X. Are we trying to kill them or get them in the mood? The entire rest of the game is exploring the station to make myself more powerful to survive, but it's not necessary. My ship is in the docking bay for the entire duration of the game. Instead, I'm just fighting HR Geiger's used condoms because it seems Samus would rather die than explain to her superiors why her space chair was in the recline position with pale-coloured liquid sloshing about. And if Samus gets to have her private time, then so can I. So if you excuse me, I've got some Photoshop work to do. Because there's this one image and I refuse to believe that I am the only person who started thinking of porn because of it.